Well, good evening, folks. I'm here on the Flint River. I really don't know the name of this location. I got kind of lost looking for a new place to fish. And today I'm going to be fishing for catfish and or whatever else bites. This is I've never fished here before in this neck of the woods. I don't know where I'm at. Thank goodness for GPS. But all I have today is a telescopic rod. It's an old rod. Look here. Well, wait. It's 12 feet long. I'm going to tie some line to the end of it, and I'm going to catch fish. So this is going to be an adventure. Just come with me. High and muddy right now. And I'm looking, this is a little bitty trail. I don't know how far it goes. I don't have any idea. I don't have a clue. But already I see some areas right here. We got some eddies right here in front of us. And I don't have no idea how deep the water is or anything else. Let's look at this stuff right here. There's no telling where a catfish could be held up. Right here looks like a good spot, right here in front of me. But it's places like that that I'm looking for. By an eddy, what I mean is, of course, for those of y'all who's just starting to fish, or if you see this root system right here is creating some slack water right here. This river's pretty swift. And fish will relate to little areas like this. Now this eddy right here is about, I'm going to estimate it to be about 10 feet long, and from the bank out to the end of that root system right here from this tree sticking out is probably about 7 foot. But that could hold 2 or 3 catfish right there. Let's get rigged up right here. And I have earthworms right here. I caught so many the other day that I need to use them. Fantastic bait for this kind of fishing. I'm going to get right here in a clearing and we're going to go ahead and rig it up. Right here. And watch this right here. Watch this here on it. Whoa! Okay. I'm just going to extend this thing out as far as it can go, and it's 12 feet long. This was sent to me from one of y'all, and I know y'all's name, but I didn't get permission to say your name again. So, and it's called a Sunday telescopic 12-foot pole made by Johnny Walker, and it's an old rod. They don't even make them no more. I don't know how old, folks, but it's ancient, kind of like me. So we fit. There's the rod tip right there. I'm just going to go ahead and go with 20-pound test vanish right here. All right, I'm just going to tie a quick trilene knot. I went through there. I'm going to go through there again, and on this heavy line like this, about 4 times is going to be good enough. 4 wraps over your main line. Then I'm just going to run that tag in through both and wet it just a little bit. Cinch it down right there. That keeps that line from burning. Strong, strong knot. Then we'll cut that access off right there. Throw it in our bucket. Now, as far as length right here, that's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm going to go about, it's a 12-foot rod. Let's go about 8 feet right here and cut it off like that. Next thing is we need a good hook. This is an Eagle Claw laser sharp Circle C hook 2/0. That's about my favorite size right there, folks. For channel cat, they have a small mouth. Now I could either run it through and tie a snell knot, but I'm going to make it simple. I'm just going to go ahead and put another trilene knot. They're strong knots. tied right, they say you can get it 95 to 100% of the strength of your line, and back through both loops again. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a little split shot on here. It's a small one as I can use. Okay, that's about the size right there that I have confidence in. It's not very big at all. Matter of fact, I may go to a smaller one, and I'm going to go about 8 inches right there away from the hook and barely crimp it. Don't need to crimp it too hard, it'll weaken your line. This is a big old fiddle worm. That's what we call them here in North Alabama, but it's really a type of earthworm. Ooh. And I think one is going to be good enough right here. I don't want to wad him up a whole lot. Now I'm using right here a lot bigger bait than most people would for them. And one reason is because, and I needed to mention that, the water's muddy. And we need them to be aware of what's going on right here, because we're wanting to catch them. And I believe that helps a lot. Just go ahead and use a bigger bait. Them big Shellcracker don't have any trouble, or the bigger panfish, about getting that bait in their mouth. There's a fish. Oh my goodness. What have we got? Not on that little hook. Not on that little hook. No. Yeah, on that little hook. He's going to bend it. What it is, I got a good catfish right here. Probably a channel cat. Man. They can flat out pull. And I'm going to have to wear him down. Plumb down. I ain't got no drag, folks. Not near drag. I can't back reel. I can't do nothing. Yep, it's a good, healthy channel cat. And there ain't no doubt about this. Channel cat that live in these small rivers are stronger than the ones out in the lake. I guarantee you that. But I'm wearing him down. He's tuckered. There's a little left, but there ain't a whole lot. That's a pretty fish, too. I do. Oh, I barely got him hooked. Whisker hooked. Let's get down here and see if we can get him. Look how healthy that fish is. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness, I cannot get tired of the sport of fishing. Let's let that fish go. Getting a phone call. Could be that good Mama Sue. Or I hope she's good. Ooh, I better call her. Better get out of that mud and be answering that phone. My. I'm going to hold that bait about 6 inches off the bottom and see if that's going to help us get more bites. I don't just let it lay on the bottom. I'll pick it up, sometimes 6 inches, a foot off the bottom. And a lot of times that'll get you a lot more bites. And sometimes you need it to be on the bottom. You just have to kind of focus and catch a few fish and find out for yourself which way is going to be the most effective. There he goes. Now that could be a catfish. I'm just following him with my rod tip, and I'm going to raise up against him. Yeah. Or is it a bass? He's all over the place. My goodness. What do we got here? It's a bass, folks. I just was talking about that. Anything a hit earthworm. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a little smallmouth. Got him on a circle hook, so he's got. Ain't no way he's gonna get off that circle hook. Let's see what kind of bass fish we got here. What about that? I believe it's a small jaw. And the reason I caught that fish, and I'm going to explain that too, is the way I put my worms on. Let's check him out right here. Yep, a little smallmouth. Ain't that beautiful? Broad little dude, ain't he? Now he was all over the place with that rod. A lot different than a catfish fights on one of these rods, but that's a pretty little fish. But the reason I caught this fish is because of the way I put my worms on. Instead of wadding them up in a tight ball, I've got a lot of loose worms, or pieces of worms, and it looks more appealing to all these critters. I know that sounds a little funny, but that's really right. That's really the truth of it. A lot of wiggling going on when you leave them loose that way. Ain't that's a pretty fish right there. Let's let him go right here. I tell you what, if it wasn't for me focusing on trying to catch a pretty good channel or two, that's exactly what I'd do. I'd put some 8-pound fluorocarbon on this with a small hook, and there ain't no telling what all we could catch. They quit. Let's move on down this trail just a little bit. I'll let that eddy rest a little bit, and there'll be some more fish come up in it. There's one. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Well, I want y'all to look at this. That's a rock bass. Sure is. A doggone rock bass. I hadn't caught one of them in a long time, folks. Beautiful fish. See his red eye right there? He's real lightly colored. How the clarity of the water right here, it's muddy. But is that not cool? That is real cool. I'm catching all kinds of stuff doing this. And that's the fun of fishing. Golly, let's let him go. Come on back, fella. Now I'm getting into it. Look here. What in the world have we got here now? Whatever it is a good... Oh my goodness. I ain't never been over dramatic about my fishing, but I'm going to show y'all this one. This is a beautiful fish right here. Beautiful fish. Look at this. That's a red-breast sunfish, and I mean a good one too, by Ned. A good one. There. My goodness, let's let him go.
Oh, yeah, she was a snooty old woman. She'd look at me, cry every time I go to that old store. She'd look at me with them old glasses pulled down to her nose, and she'd say, "Yes, may I help you?" Boy, that made me mad every time I went in that old store in there. I ain't gonna do it no more. She ain't gonna get no more of my business.
What? I can't believe this. I can't tell if that's a small jaw or a large head. It's a bass. We're just going to let him wear down. If I try to flip him up here, I'll probably lose him on this steep bank. I can't tell what species he is, not from here. I know he's fat. I can tell he's broad. Y'all probably can tell I'm excited now. That's a little size 6 hook. So I hope it don't bend or rip out. It's a little wire hook with Labradine. What do we got here? Look at that. That is simply beautiful. Beautiful. Quit. Let's let him go. You know, I'm going to say this right here. This has got to be one of the top ways I love to fish, as far as being relaxing and sporty. What I'm liking about it so much, I keep talking about it, folks, is, you know, you don't know what you'll hook. You don't know what you'll catch. What species, or how big, or what. Let's catch another one. There we go. Oh no. This is a good one, folks. I was about to move. About to make a bad mistake right here. Oh my goodness. Now I hope I get this one in. This is a good one. This is a real good one. Look at there, what a big rock bass. I knew when I caught them 2 smaller rock bass, it'd be a big one. That one's big enough to eat. No. I'm going to show you now. They're pretty. There's just something about them. One reason is because I've not caught many. I hadn't caught many of them. That's why it tickles me to death to catch stuff that I don't catch much of. That's some good eating right there. Fine eating. Alright, let's let him go. Come on back, you pretty thing. And they fight. They fight about as hard as a shellcracker, a red ear sunfish does. They got a lot of power. A lot of power. Whoa. Alright, folks, I'm going to let her go. I'm going to tell you, I enjoyed that. More than that, I enjoyed y'all being with me a few minutes. One of the best techniques I know of, and I enjoy it. Hey, it's way up there as far as enjoying a technique. It's one that I learned when I was a kid, except for I used a cane pole. Basically the same thing. You can catch a lot of fish. I'm talking about a lot of numbers of fish and variety, no doubt, for doing this. But I want to say thank y'all very much for everything y'all done. Each and every one of you. Hey. Whoa. Dead balloon. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good for you.